Hey YouTube world, welcome to Fairy Flow with Unico, where we create soft, abundant lives on purpose. I am your fairy godmother, aka the soft life coach that you didn't even know you needed. So if you are a woman, specifically a mother, but women in general, and you're looking to create a soft life for yourself, then this is the place that you need to be. And it doesn't matter where you are along your journey, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you're ready to create a soft life now, this is the place for you. Okay. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and get into today's video. Today's topic is distinguishing the difference between soft life and luxury. Although luxury and soft can go hand in hand, they are not the same thing. And you can literally have one without the other. And I'm going to discuss that today. Okay. So when it comes to luxurious life, right, you have to understand the luxurious life is all about aesthetics, right? It's about how things look on the outside. It's having the $1 million mansion. It's having the nice cars, the nice careers, the assets, the money, the vacations, all of these things that people see you having, right? It's like you're moving in a way where you're proving a point, like you're better than everybody, or you can accomplish these things, or you can attain these things, right? But the reason why luxury isn't always soft is because you can literally have all of these things and you can still be stressed. You could be overwhelmed, overstimulated, emotionally exhausted. And that's not what soft life is about. Okay. Soft life is more about the internal things. It's about your peace, your mindset, your boundaries, literally the inside of your home. Like, all societal pressures aside, what does your home look like and feel like? How does it run? How does it operate? Right? What are you doing in order to ensure your life is easy for you? And you can be in a position where you don't have a lot of money, but guess what? You have the systems and routines to ensure you don't have to do unnecessary work. You're having the systems and routines so you can take the rest that is needed. And I want to also clarify that there's a difference between soft life and laziness, right? When we think about, or not think about, when we see people talk about soft life on the internet, people push soft life as being a passive life. It's like being a damsel in distress and waiting for a rich man, aka a knight in shining armor, to come save you. When in our reality, that is far from the truth, right? You have to be intentional when it comes to creating a soft life. You have to be disciplined when it comes to creating a soft life. You have to have sacred spaces in order to create a soft life. Being lazy, you don't do any of that, right? Um, and also, too, luxury things people can take from you. Softness, people can't take that from you. Like, you literally have to hand yourself over in order to have somebody take your softness from you. Again, God forbid you could lose your job tomorrow. You know, God forbid you could lose your mansion tomorrow. Like, softness is like, it's just the internal things that, like, yeah, you can't touch this. Like, I don't know what I can remember, but that's what I'm thinking when I think about soft life. Like, you can't touch this, you know? So yeah, let's go ahead and get into some myths and some conceptions about soft life and luxurious life, right? Again, y'all, I'm reading from my notes, so if I'm not looking at the camera, that's why. Okay. So, myth number one: people think luxury equals happiness, but the reality is luxury can bring some sort of comfort, but it cannot heal your trauma or regulate your nervous system. You can literally be miserable in a mansion. Remember, luxury, miserable in a mansion. I mean, some of us do prefer to be miserable in a mansion than to be miserable and homeless, but anyways, uh, two, luxury means you're successful, right? The reality is some people go so far into that to maintain this luxury lifestyle, and they don't understand that success is internal. It's not just a financial or a material um, standpoint of life, right? Three, luxury isn't the same as soft life, or luxury is the same as soft life, should I say. you could live a life of luxury and still be overworked, emotionally unstable, or deeply unhappy, right? And then when it comes to soft life, people say again, soft life means doing nothing. When reality is, soft life isn't about laziness or the lack of ambition. It's about choosing aligned and easeful actions over burnout and chaos. And trust me when I say, y'all, that is harder than it may sound, okay? Because you really have to put yourself back and be like, what works for me? What don't work for me? What do I want to implement? How is this going to impact me and my kids? How is this going to impact me and it impacting me? How is it going to impact my kids? Trust me when I say it takes a lot of internal work, okay? We definitely have to do a lot of unprogramming and reprogramming in that area of life, okay? Myth number 2, soft life is only for rich people. Again, reality is you don't need to have money to create a soft life. You just need to regulate your nervous system, come up with boundaries, and create a place where you can gain clarity. Remember, peace is free. These are the things that people can't take from us, right? People can't take the love that I have for myself. People can't take the structures that I have set up for my home to run as smoothly as possible on an everyday basis, right? And people also think that soft life always means easy, when in our reality, again, like I just said, it's not always easy. Is it beautiful? Yes, when you do the work, absolutely. The fruits of your labor is very beautiful. I am living that right now. You know, life doesn't mean that there's no challenges. All it means is that you meet those challenges with grace, support, and the tools, if you have the tools, right? You're not carrying everything alone, and you're definitely not in survival mode. And I know that some of you may feel like you're alone right now because you don't have a support system. Again, I wholeheartedly understand, but trust me, when you start to do the work, things will begin to unravel in your favor. Uh, Myth number 4, people think soft life is just an aesthetic, when the reality is it's not just the rose and the candles and drinking your matcha and, you know, getting your hair done. It's the internal peace and the emotional regulation and choosing not to suffer unnecessarily. Like if I showed y'all my house right now, it don't look aesthetically pleasing, but my kids would tell you it's very peaceful in here. It's very much giving soft like massive. I'm gonna save this for the next part, right? But anyways, number 5, soft life means hyper feminine. Again, like that damsel in distress, which again it doesn't. It's not about looks. It's not about submission or being docile. It's about building a life of intention, peace, and honoring your choices, right? And the reason why people get it confused is because they think that the luxury items or materials or the money will give them softness. With in our reality, I have a lot of appliances. Doesn't necessarily mean softness, right? People avoid responsibility and conflict, thinking it's soft life. You know, they perform an aesthetic instead of creating real and true emotional safety. They shame themselves for not having luxury things, thinking that they can't live softly. And again, from experience, I can say that a lot of that, if not all of that, is false. I have so many different appliances, and I'm gonna be honest, I rarely even use them. I make a lot of things just from my hands alone, right? And what I wanted to tell you about my daughter one day, right? I had came up with a system where I would prep breakfast, right? I would have yogurts in a jar. I would have some fruit cut up in Ziploc bags, some granola cut up in Ziploc bags, as well as cereal in Ziploc bags. I would have personal servings of milk in containers, so that way when they want their cereal, they can have their milk with their cereal. They can have their fruits and their granolas with their yogurt. And my daughter was fixing herself some breakfast, and she was getting everything for the other kids because they can't reach it. And she was like, "Mommy, you're just making life so easy for us. I like this." And I was like, "Yeah, like that's what I'm doing, creating a soft life for not only myself but my kids." Because in turn of me doing all of that, guess who didn't have to get up to fix breakfast? I didn't. There wasn't a big mess for me to clean up. Again, granted, I have 5 kids. uh 4 of them are at ages where, you know, they're running around the house, they're doing their thing. One of them is at the age where they can fully help me clean. One of them is learning, and then the other 2, they're still at the very young phases. So trust me, messes were made, but it wasn't as big as it usually is, and it wasn't nowhere near as chaotic as it normally is neither. Or when it comes to me personally for myself, right? Understanding how my personal energy is set up. And I don't know if y'all follow me on TikTok, but this is something that I've been saying for years. Me personally, sorry if y'all heard me hit the mic, but me personally, I am not a morning person. However, I do know that I have responsibilities that I have to take care of in the morning, like getting up, getting myself together, getting my kids together, and taking them to school, right? But you know what I also do, honoring my system or my energy, I will take my kids to school, right? I will come home, feed my 2-year-old his breakfast, and I will breastfeed my 7-month-old if she's hungry at the time. And I will literally rest until about 10, maybe 11 o'clock if I don't have the energy to do anything. And once my energy rev up, I'm taking care of everything I need to take care of, from taking my son outside to cleaning up the house to running whatever errands need to be ran, as well as preparing myself for the evening routine, which is perfect for me as the evening person or the nighttime person that I am. I'm able to literally cook dinner, clean up from dinner, give the kids a bath, and I'm talking about give 5 kids a bath, and get them prepared for the next day and things like that, right? Again, honoring my systems. My system and my energy. I'm not forcing myself to work against myself in the name of productivity. I'm working with who I am, how I am, and showing up as the best version of myself. Now, I could really go deep into this subject because this is something that I've, again, practiced from personal experience, and I've also been learning through astrology about other people, which, if y'all check the description box out below, y'all will see the link to my website to where you can purchase my digital course on how to create a soft and sustainable life for yourself. Okay, the key word is sustainable. But yeah, like, I know I'm a rambler, right? It is what it is. But I'm going to go ahead and stop rambling because I could really give, again, a lot of examples. I can even give examples of me preaching to people in my family, people I come to in passing. But I'm going to leave that there. Again, remember, living a soft life isn't about perfection. See? Mom life, right? So y'all know I'm speaking from experience. But soft life isn't about perfection or escaping responsibilities. It's about making space for ease. It's using what you already have, aka being resourceful and choosing peace over pressure. You literally have the power to start right now in this instant if you wanted to, right? If you're really ready to embrace a soft life that really feels magnetic and magical and really resonates, then please hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share, because I am going to be posting on a consistent basis every other Friday a video talking about soft life. So yeah, as you can see, baby needed me right on time for the video to end. See, divine timing. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoy the rest of your day or night whenever you're seeing this.